Namaste. Today I wanted to speak with you about unity consciousness and how it is important for all of us to be in complete understanding of what this is. Unity consciousness is like an invisible thread that connects each one of us to the other, like an etheric thread which you cannot see. To give you the example of how this works is I will tell you about the 100th monkey syndrome. This has been verified scientifically. So bottom line, there was a monkey on an island, and on this island there were a lot of fruit trees, and the fruits would fall to the ground and the monkeys would pick them and eat them, okay, with the dirt and the mud and everything on them. One day, one monkey found a fruit that had fallen very close to the water, the river there. And when he picked that fruit and he ate it, because it had been close to the water, almost in it, it was clean. So when he ate that fruit, he found it very sweet and much, much better tasting than fruit he'd ever eaten before. So from that day forth, he started washing his fruit and eating it. Seeing him, the other monkeys started doing the same thing on that island. But then it was discovered that on an island so many hundreds of miles away, the monkeys there had started doing the same thing with their fruit. They had started washing their fruit and eating it, and so on the other islands. How is that possible? That is possible because after a certain amount of time, that's why it's called the collective. It's not one individual. One individual starts something, another follows, another follows, another follows, till it becomes so heavy in bulk, let's say, that there is no choice but for that cloud becomes so heavy that it moves to another space, to where the other monkeys were. That's the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness is supremely powerful because each one of us, is an aspect of the divine, right? I've forgotten to switch on the fan. All right. So, bottom line is that over a period of time, there have been many of us who have woken up every morning and said, "Oh my God, I wish I didn't have to go for work." A child saying, "Oh my God, I wish I didn't have to go to school." Somebody else saying, "I absolutely hate what I do. I wish the family could be together." You get my drift? So, bottom line is, we have all brought this upon ourselves, this time, this period of this forced, or whatever you feel like calling it, lockdown. Okay? I do not believe that it is forced. I believe that this is something we have collectively asked for. We kept putting these wishes out there, till one day it became so powerful in the collective that the universe said, "Okay, so be it, I'm going to send this one particular virus thingy out into your atmospheres, and so be it. You will all be confined to your homes. You won't have to go to work, you won't have to go to school, your families will be together." So many different things. I mean, there may be many people who also needed to play out isolation, who also needed to play out being alone and scared and afraid, because everything that is happening right now is for us to overcome. You're supposed to overcome your fears, which is why you have been put in a situation like this. We have got to realize that this is, please understand that every single thing that happens to you, that is happening on the planet, that is happening to the ant, is only coming from spirit. spirit, 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 God, creator, creatress, Allah, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, whatever name you wish to give it, it does not matter. It is only connected to the divine. Why? Because you are divine and you have come here to evolve. You have come here for soul evolution. You have come here for soul growth, each and every one of us. We are not here randomly. We are here for a reason. We are here with a purpose, each one of us. So coming back to what we were talking about, collective consciousness. So why I have brought this up was because due to collective consciousness, we are now in the situation that we are in, right? Because we thought, oh my God, I wish I could just be alone. I'm so fed up. I'm so XYZ. And here we are, right? But bottom line is we can as easily get out of this if we are to understand how to raise our vibrations. So we need to be in a space of gratitude for everything that we have. We are privileged. We are privileged. We are lucky beyond compare. We are sitting safe in our homes. We have a roof over our heads. We have food on our plates. Even if we have to do everything ourselves, but we're safe, we are protected. So the more that we can get into a space of gratitude, the more the collective consciousness vibrations will start rising. And the moment vibrations start rising collectively, it's like building spiritual immunity. And if you're strong as a being from within and your spiritual power is strong, your spiritual immunity is strong, nothing can stop you. You will not fall ill. There is no question about it. No virus can touch you. So the more we do this, the more the virus gets a message that, hello, my work is done, I need to go. So that's the message that we need to be sending out there by not giving in to fear-based panic, anxiety, whatever else it is that is rising up in our minds. We need to stay strong, we need to stay on path, we need to stay on track, knowing that we are being looked after in every now moment. In every now moment, you are being looked after. We do not have the eyes to see, so we cannot see how much light there is around us. We cannot see the masters that are around us, the guides, the angels. They are always there. You just need to call and they are there. Your higher self is with you. Ask for guidance. Ask for guidance. Ask to be helped every time you feel. I know that there are many people who are experiencing extreme peace in their homes, all family members on their own trips, everything is good, everything is fine, and there are a lot of people who are experiencing strife, clashes happening within their families. Every time you experience something which is not pleasant, call your higher self. Ask your higher self. Every morning, wake up in the morning, even before your feet hit the ground. I was going to say close your eyes, but with your eyes closed, call to your higher self and ask it to come and enter you fully and completely. Higher self, please come in and take over my every thought, word, action, feeling for this day today. Let everything I say and do be you. If you are not comfortable with the concept of higher self, you can call forth, whoever it is you're comfortable with. You may be having a master that you have your faith in. You're very welcome to call up, but call upon whoever it is that you need to, to get the help that you need for the day, every interaction. And you can, even wherever you're sitting, ask for the higher selves of these two people in my home who don't get along. Say, please, I want their higher selves to come in and communicate with one another. You know, keep sending them love, but please work hard, very hard, at keeping the vibrations high of your home. Do whatever it is that you need. I mean, play chants, play, sing, take the name of the divine in whichever way you can. Do whatever it is that you feel good doing to purify the atmospheres in your home, because we need to do that. We need to do that, because when we do that, we are lifting the vibrations, and the more we are lifting the vibrations, the better it's going to be for the planet. So please, this is my message to you today, that we need to raise our vibrations to get out of this and to come out of this victorious, because we are going to come out of it victorious. It's a given, but we don't want slip ups, we don't want lapses. And please note, I don't want anybody to think, oh, but I am just one person, how will it make a difference? So if I'm feeling low and depressed, let me stay that way because I cannot make a difference. No, that is not true. Each and everyone makes a difference. Each person creates that ripple effect. In Hindi, we have a saying which says, "Boond boond se sagar banta hai," right? Every drop creates an ocean. So each one is equally important. Each one of you is equally important wherever you are placed. It does not matter. It does not matter. You are here to help yourself become a master. You are here to gain mastery over your own self. And the more that we can do that, the more we are going to be in balance, in control, and therefore we are going to be spinning at a higher vibration. And therefore we are going to be giving the coronavirus consciousness a kick on its backside, and off it goes, right? So bottom line, understand that everything is consciousness. That is also a consciousness which has come onto the planet. We have called it forth, just like hatred is a consciousness, So these things are, it sounds very silly maybe to you or to people who are just waking up and do not have that kind of faith, but understand that the one that created it, the supreme power, can uncreate. I always tell people that you think, oh my God, there's so much garbage, how will it ever, what is that word that is used? How will biodegradable, right? So how will stuff go? There is so much dirt and there is so much plastic, right? But finally, in the end, do you think that higher power cannot just like that uncreate what it has created? Of course it can, right? Everything can be uncreated. But we as human beings have been given the power. We have been given will, free will and choice. So every moment that you are making the choice to feel down and depressed, every moment that you are making the choice to start saying, oh, I'm feeling low, I'm not liking this, you're bringing your vibes down. Why not make the choice to wake up in the morning being happy? See, everything is finite. This too shall pass. What has not passed in our lives, right? We've all been born as babies and today we are where we are, right? Whatever age we are at. That's time. Time is finite and time is passing all the time, right? It has nothing else to do but that. So our lives are finite. It's a given that this is going to go, but why not make it go faster than it can. Why not use the collective magic that we are to bring forth that wonderful future that is ours? It's in our hands to bring heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is every time somebody is, say, rude to you or mean to you, you continue to smile and you say, don't carry baggage from one day to the next. Decide before you go to sleep in the night, tomorrow morning, I am going to wake up feeling fresh. I am going to wake up feeling joyful. I am going to wake up being happy. And that's how I'm going to begin my day. Just decide it. And you will find the more you keep doing this, the lighter and lighter you feel every day when you wake up, Many of you are not aware of it, but there was this little ditty that it's not even a ditty actually, but my husband and I used to sing. And whenever we were like, if something nice happened, so we'd go like, happy, 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 joy, joy, joy. So why can't we just be happy, happy, happy and joy, joy, joy all the time? Anyways, right? I try to be happy, happy, joy, joy, joy when I'm washing the dishes, when I'm cleaning the house, when I'm doing stuff that I am not in the habit of doing, but I'm doing it right now, and I would rather do it with a smile on my face than with a scowl or a grimace on my face, and I find that when I'm doing it happily, everything goes faster. All jobs take place very fast. Life moves very smoothly, So please guys, do this thing for yourselves. Work on yourselves. Try to keep your spirits up, because there's no reason for us to have our spirits down. Everything is going to come to an end eventually, But even as we go along it, why not make ourselves stronger? Why not come out warriors and winners at the end of this? Think of yourself as a divine warrior. You're fighting a divine war. And that divine war is with your own self. Because every time that you're going to feel down, you're going to take your little bow and arrow or your discus or whatever it is, whichever super weapon you have, and you're going to just shoot it down and say, no, I'm sorry. You don't win, I win. I'm not going to give in to you. I'm going to stay happy, because it's my birthright to be happy. And it's my birthright to be able to stay in that space of happiness and joy all the time. And so I am going to end at this point in time, and I will come back to you with some more nuggets of whatever the mother gives that needs to be said. So lots and lots of gratitude to each one of you for listening, for watching, and if you like it, please share it. And loads of love, loads and loads of blessings. Love you. Namaste.